An informal gathering of elders. It's a simple village around 150 kilometers north of Delhi, carrying a very simple message. Election hopefuls can take their campaigns and go elsewhere, because they're not welcome here.
We refuse to vote till we have electricity. What's the use of us voting when it brings no change here?
Derio, or Dera as it's known, hasn't had any electricity for as long as many of its residents can remember. Based on the caste system, these people are Dalits, untouchables at the bottom of the socio-economic pile. With the chief minister of their state a Dalit herself, the expectation is that Mayawati would be an obvious choice at the ballot for villagers like Chandapal Singh. Or is it?
We are
Dalits. We kept voting thinking that Mayawati is one among us. But she has done nothing for us. We still live in darkness. We will throw out any politician who comes here.
Statistically, 69% of Indians have access to power. Now, that number drops down dramatically to 38% of those who have electricity here in the biggest state of Uttar Pradesh, the state which has the most amount of seats in parliament. Well, if you thought that number was low, here in this particular village of Dera within Uttar Pradesh, that number goes right down to 0. And that's why they're not voting. But the state does have a development scheme for villages in the area, called the Ambedkar Village Development Scheme. When quizzed about the lack of power in the area, a government spokesman claimed all Ambedkar villages were electrified in the state. Chandapal ji, you keep saying that your village doesn't have electricity, but this is just outside your village. This looks like electricity cables. Ironically, electricity cables do run nearby. But Chandapal explains.
This transformer does not give electricity to our village. This is only for the farms in this area.
As the sun takes its bow over the horizon, he takes the short walk back home to a village and a home plunged in darkness. His wife struggling to cook, his children battling to study without power. His country may have a booming economy and a burgeoning democracy, but that can't brighten things up for him. Imran Garda, Al Jazeera, Uttar Pradesh.